Hello, it is your boy Jentai. Now, I'll quickly go over, the stuff about the last video, and then we'll go ahead and just intervene with the actual content that we need to talk about. Obviously, we've been talking about having a PS5 for like the longest of time, and it's been a challenge, but graciously we have been sponsored by someone that is very good, a good friend, Ruby. Please follow them. They came in clutch with a 400. Good thing is that I found out is that there is a store near me that actually has a PS5 in stock. I just have to try to get one, and it's actually at retail price, so it's like 550, meaning that we don't need another 400 to pay a ridiculous price, which is great and good. So that's like an obvious good thing that honestly I wasn't expecting. So we just literally need $150, and that's essentially it. We'll have what we need, and then we can get that PS5 on the weekend. Hopefully that it will still be there, and that's pretty much what is going to happen. So yes, we're very close to that goal, and it's really great. And again, I am very grateful for the entirety of this whole entire thing. It is day 18 without Genshin, without me being able to pound Lumine in her asshole. So I've been feeling a bit randy, but granted, things seems to be on the up and up, and we'll most likely have that console maybe 2 weeks from now. Maybe, I don't necessarily know, but we'll see if that lines up with the plan, or a third party comes in and just say, here's 150, have fun. Because apparently you have to order it online to pick up and then go to the store, which, why can I not walk into the store and just pick it up? But it is what it is. Granted, I don't necessarily really care how I have to do it. As long as I get it, and I get it, it's already all good and all done and all that type of stuff. So it is what it is. Anyway, Jentai. Boy, it's not been a great year for Jentai. There's like a few shows I can say that's fine, honestly, but majority of the time, like honestly, Jentai has been boring for like a good chunk of time. Like there's been some few shows that has happened over the years, like the chicks with the baseball, like that was good. And then you also have like the nurses coming in being an asshole to the patient, and then they're just making him do disgusting acts, which, I mean, that's pretty alright, honestly. In the grand scheme of things, a lot of it is really boring, and there's nothing really that's eye-catching. Like, it's kind of weird, honestly. It's like, why do we not get good Jentai anymore? Why do we have to deal with boring or like repeated tropes of Jentai that's been done countless of times, like the ugly bastard trope or the faceless protagonist? Granted, I like the faceless protagonist because it gets me more immersed into it, so I'm not necessarily hating on it, but still, there's been a lot of them. Like, there is plenty of stories that has existed that is pretty good and does get some type of attention, but a lot of those stories or Jentais don't really get hit with more episodes. And I kind of hate this about Jentai too. The major thing about it that I absolutely do not like about Jentai is that the fact that we get one episode of these series and then that's literally it. Or maybe 2 episodes and that's it. We can't get 4 episodes? Why can't we not get 4? Why can't we get like 6 at least? I know it's not like a traditional anime, so it makes sense we can't get multiple episodes like that, but I would like to see another episode than just the one, honestly. Like 4 at minimum. Like 4 is like the bare minimum of what I want to see, but we don't even get that majority of the time, and it's so ridiculous. Like there's barely any shows that really have more than 4 episodes or something like that. Sometimes they can go into higher levels of episodes, but a lot of the time we don't get that. And that's kind of how I feel with anime at the moment, except that recently new anime like Isekai Harem something, with Roxanne the wolf dog chick. Like, I want to watch that. I will watch that at some point. We will talk about it. Don't know when, but we'll talk about it at some point. But that's really the only anime that's currently out right now that I care about. Call of the Night, still something I need to watch, but hasn't really gotten back into it. Not because it's bad, just haven't had the time. And then it makes you think and wonder. You're like, you have all these other shows too that could potentially already have come back, but they just don't for some reason. High School DxD, probably one of the most requested shows to come back of all time, still don't get a comeback for that show. And there's really no reason to, because when you really think about it, yes, when we go through season 5, yes, it's going to be Shin High School DxD, which will be a new variation. But at the same time, it's not that like big of a change, honestly. It is still continuing on the same story that we had before. I don't necessarily see why we can't just continue on with it, but we haven't gotten to season 5 for whatever reason, and it's super uber annoying. Again, just make it, it's fine. And if you're talking about money and, you know, the studio, I'm pretty sure with all these anime that's been coming back out and all these anime that's been dropping episodes like crazy, I guarantee you money is probably not the option or thing that they need to worry about. I really feel like High School DxD has the money it needs. I just feel like no one is actually, they're just not doing it because it'll go into Shin territory, which is ridiculous. Again, you have 4 seasons of the show. Why are you not dropping a 5th? Capitalize that people want to see this stuff. Do something big with the brand. You have time and ways of doing it. Just do something. But honestly, there just hasn't been a lot of good shows when it comes to Jentai. I personally like the stories, where it's literally something unusual that happens. You know, especially Monster Girl related, because I feel like a lot of people do not capitalize on the weirdness and kind of, you know, the curiosity of the Monster Girl, you know, anime trope. I feel like you could capitalize on that and then do crazy things with it, but no one really does. Like, the only other show I can think of that did something pretty interesting with it in a Jentai sort of sense was Monster Girl Quest. That was literally the only one I could think of, except maybe like, what, Evil Woman Executive? And that's kinda okay, granted, you know? Wish we had more content of F and Chica, but still, it was fine for what it was. And there's like a few other shows that's pretty alright, but Monster Girl Quest was the only one that did really good when it comes to the Monster Girl concept. They actually wasn't scared, you know? And it took Inner's Future Reviewer to come out to finally show that, yo, anime creators can do something with, you know, Monster Girls as well. There is plenty of different concepts that you probably have not explored yet, or could do even better. There is no reason for it, so I'm literally at a loss. Like, I'm low-key, the only thing that I've only been watching for like the past couple of years has been just fan work. That's literally it. I want to see some studio work. I want to see studio work actually do some good job and some good things, because it's been dry content. There's plenty of good Jentai that's out there, which we could probably do a list of in the future, but still, I'd like to see some new age stuff hit on with some new age levels. But that's pretty much what I want to talk about for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, Patreon is available as well. Would help with that 150 situation. Or I might be maybe drop like the PayPal link on Twitter and starting people's DMs if you want to. Again, it's just 150. It's literally the last step of the process that we need. So that's just about it. Anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to say for this one. And until then, it's your boy Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.